Thank you for reaching the foreclosure information video. My name is Abdul. In just a moment, I'm going to reveal to you some tips and facts that most lenders and banks don't want you to know. Tips that can prevent the foreclosure process from ever starting and even stop it once it started. You may want to have something handy to take notes as I'm going to go through this material rather quickly. However, at the end of this recording, I will provide you with my contact information if you missed anything or have further questions. Without further ado, let's get started. Here are 7 ways to stop a foreclosure. If you've not missed a payment yet, but you know you're going to, the first step you must take is to contact your lender and let them know. If you've lost your job or have some other hardship going on, let them know. They can give you some time to get your life back on track, but you must call them as soon as you know you're going to miss a payment. The longer you wait, or if you wait until you actually miss a payment, it makes it more difficult to ultimately get the problem solved. Ask for forbearance. This allows you to delay payments for a short period of time, with the understanding that another option will be used afterwards to bring the account current. For example, if you know you'll have funds to bring your account current by a specific date because of a guaranteed sum of money you're receiving. Ask for a repayment plan. This is where the lender agrees to add a certain amount of the first missed payment onto each of the next subsequent 2 payments. And these plans provide some breathing room for you if you only have a short-term financial problem, such as a sudden expensive repair or a medical expense that makes it too difficult to pay your mortgage for 1 month. If you've already missed 2 or 3 payments and owe a couple $1,000s in lender legal fees, the lender of your mortgage may still try to arrange a repayment plan. But you will likely have to pay 1/3 to 1/2 of the past due amount balance up front, and then pay off a portion of the remaining balance each month for a year or more. Also, never ignore the lender's letters or phone calls. Ignoring the problem won't make it go away. And if you're going into a foreclosure process, there are other fees and costs involved, and ignoring them only makes these worse. You may also be eligible for a loan modification plan, which is designed for people that can't afford repayment plans. In a modification, the lender actually adjusts the terms of the loan to make it more affordable. It may lengthen your amortization schedule, or lower the interest rate to cut the monthly payments, or roll the past due amount into a loan and re-amortize the new balance so that you can pay the additional debt back over time. Some companies may be willing to offer you a short refinance. With a short refinance, the lender agrees to forgive some of your debt and refinance the rest into a new loan. This way, the lender still gets more money than they would by foreclosing on you. A deed in lieu of foreclosure. It's an option in which you voluntarily deed your property back to the lender in exchange for a release from all obligations under the mortgage. Unfortunately, there is no way to do this without hurting your credit, unless you get the mortgage company to agree to report your mortgage account as paid in full. Even then, you may face income tax issues resulting from the lender forgiving part of your debt, which the IRS will likely treat as income to you even though you don't receive any cash in the transaction. But you might still be able to get yourself out of the hole and start over again sooner rather than later. If none of these methods work and you can't afford your normal monthly mortgage payment but cannot afford to make up the delinquent amount and legal fees because your lender offered a really harsh repayment plan, you may want to consider filing Chapter 13 bankruptcy. Doing so temporarily halts the foreclosure process and can force the mortgage lender to accept a more friendly repayment plan. This is a last resort and will still negatively affect your credit. There is one other option. As you may know, a foreclosure is devastating to your credit rating and can affect it for 7 to 10 years. What's more, buying or even renting a home in that period of time may be impossible for you. But there is one more option where I may be able to help you personally. Even if you can no longer afford your home, you can still protect your equity and keep a good credit rating. Here's how. Up until the few days before the bank forecloses on your property, you have the opportunity to stop that process by having someone purchase the property. I may be willing to do this for you. I arrange creative, legal, and ethical ways to buy properties and assume mortgages from people who need help. I may even be able to let you stay in the house depending on your situation. The bottom line, though, is this. If your situation allows it, I can stop your foreclosure and often put money back in your pocket so you can start over in a more affordable home. And if you don't have the money to pay the lender off and see no real chance of making up the payments and costs, and you would be open to discussing opportunities that could relieve you of this burden, please email me your name and your telephone number at entropyrealty@gmail.com, and I promise I'll call you back as soon as I get it. You may also call me directly at 616-259-5068. I'll give you that number again in a minute, but I want to share with you what I'll need to know to determine if I can help you or not. I will need to know what the address of the property is, how much is still owed on your mortgage, and how many payments are overdue. Does the payment include property taxes, and if not, are any tax payments overdue? Has a notice for a sheriff's sale been sent? And has the bank sent you a list of additional expenses owed to them for the foreclosure process? That's about it. With just a little information, and by spending just a few minutes talking, I will be able to find out if I can help you, and your worries can be over. Finally, let me just say this. I understand that this is not a pleasant thing to go through, and I truly hope my message provided you with information that can help you change your situation. Just know that your situation is not hopeless. Your attitude and ability to keep it together during this tough time is crucial to getting through it with the best possible results. Just remember, it's important to act fast. Time is of the essence in these situations, and I'm willing to work with you right away, and I can prepare in advance to purchase your home if it comes to that. So even if you are planning on using the methods I shared with you here, I encourage you to contact me so we can create a backup plan just in case. If you can't resolve the situation, I will be your safety net, because the last thing you want is to have a foreclosure happen. My number again to reach me directly is 616-259-5068, or you can email me your name and number at entropyrealty@gmail.com, and I promise I'll call you back promptly. This is Abdul Mustafa, thanking you for taking the time to listen, and I wish you the best in your efforts.